Hello, Go Mode Podcast, Mentor Tourney 2026. I'm a Scatsman, and welcome in to week 2 open randomized swords. So big shout out to Squishy Panda for doing the restream, Fernap for doing the tracking, and myself and Haas. Welcome in, Haas. Say hello to the chat here.
Well, good evening, everybody. Can't believe we're already in week 2. So excited.
Yeah, so now we take away that starting sword, and that's going to change some routes here. So it looks like we both are starting Sanctuary.
Yeah, we got a small team on
What's your
the channel.
go-to, Haas?
Personally, without a sword, I prefer to go Sanctuary start and definitely check the Lumberjack ledge just in case.
Okay. I mean, sometimes I don't check the Lumberjack ledge unless I have boots or we have a guaranteed Aga seed. Because you got to remember that you can't get in until you have those boots. But it is good knowledge, and I am all for gaining knowledge. All right, we're going to get our first look here on Karjan's side. Oh, sorry, on Hutch's side. By the way, Hutch being mentored by Furious and Karjan being mentored by J Masha. Oh, chat wants a rundown on the settings. So, you know what, Haas, as one of our mentees, do you want to give them a rundown of what our settings are this week?
Sure thing, Scats. The settings that we have this week is open with random swords. That means you do not have to go through the back of escape sequence. It is not mandatory. Randomized swords, meaning they can be in any location, just like any of the other 216 checks that you can go against. Well, with respect to logic, of course.
Logic. We don't need no logic. Oh, and Karjan taking a death early here in the woods.
We do.
Not sure if that was intended as a save and quit point. But we did get the gloves out of the Lost Woods. I'm thinking I'm looking for bombs at this point, and maybe checking what's in the back of Escape. All right,
Yeah,
and
it's not a bad play.
Yeah, we see Hutch getting a there. That is good knowledge on location. Coming in with a bomb compared to not having one could be difference in some time loss. Logic is a suggestion. I don't know. Sometimes I like going off of logic so you don't get lost and you don't end up on a certain item hunt. So
Logic is a suggestion. I mean, come on now.
Chat is saying we're quiet. Let's see if we can poke our squishy for that. All right.
We're being told that we've been turned up a bit. I mean, if I need to start screaming, I can. It's not a big deal. It's just how loud do you guys want me to be?
Well, I don't know, but I'd like to see some progression items here, Haas. We haven't gotten anything yet out of Blind's Hut.
Well, we haven't, but maybe the well will be a little bit nicer to us.
Now, Karjan lucking out with the bomb drop here in the well might be, you know, a little bit of a life save there for them instead of having to go buy them.
Oh, we have our first sword with Hutch on the bottle vendor.
Yeah, definitely a good find early on in a open randomized seed. That's going to give us front of escape. That's going to give us the ability to get through things a little easier. All right, so Karjan having to go back, having skipped it actually ahead of time would have been okay. There was bombs here in Blind Hut anyways. And just rupees out of the back of Tavern. So Haas, what are some of the things you're looking for early on besides the sword?
Honestly, something that would help me clear out. Did we just have a map check? Did I miss that?
We did just have a map check. It was a green pendant.
Got me talking and I missed it.
Looks like red crystal Eastern Palace, I believe. Yeah,
and honestly, I would personally be looking for something like a bow or some sort of item that would help me clear out Eastern if I can, to bring me over towards Sahashler's hut. Maybe I'd probably do that though after doing mini Muldoon Cave and South Shore checks.
Yeah, does nobody teach anybody to rescue the pot chickens anymore? What's going on in this game? All right, well, Haas, we have Hutch doing exactly like I said. Gonna go check out the front Uncle Start, and probably we'll see the front of Escape. Now, with the gloves, we do also have access to the back.
Not a bad play on Hutch's side. I personally would probably play the same way, checking down the
Yeah,
slope,
I
since you
like
got an early sword.
I like this. Chat saying a Houlihan would be a good idea with this low rupee count coming out of Kakariko.
Personally, from my experience, I wouldn't disagree with a Houlihan, but I would definitely check the back of Escape first with the glove, and then see if we didn't get a lot of rupees out of there. Maybe do a Houlihan, but it might be a little too early.
Yeah, I would definitely check back of Escape first. But as Houlihan leaves you out at Link's house, it might be worthwhile if you don't get enough out of the back.
Greedo, believe we got the key on Sanctuary chest at the start.
Yeah, so if you want to mess around with the key,
we already know. Or at least there was a key, I should say. Sorry.
Ooh, and a sword upgrade out of the back.
Ooh, that's nice.
Now, when we see that Master Sword, what starts popping into your head?
That as much as I would love to see a lamp, I don't want to see a lamp because I don't want to do an early Aga.
I saw a
but
rod.
We do have an ice rod over there on Hutch.
Ooh, an ice rod. All right. Good thing not to
get all those dreams of ice rod on Ped out of your heads, chat. It is not going to be there.
Yeah, there's not many places that the ice rod can't be, so that's something good to find early.
Just today I was playing a seed and it was an ice rod. It ended up being a West Side Swamp, which was a pendant. So yeah, that was one of my last checks.
Oh gosh, chat says book on Ped for Como.
Ouch. And that is Gumboy there, one of the other mentors. One of my mentors as well. He's helped me out quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. Saying that for book on Ped. How cool.
Now, we still haven't seen Karjan go to the front of Escape, right? So, hoping that...
Not yet, but I mean... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I mean, doing a quick salvage check without flippers, I mean, no Zoro money, so we're not going to try a fake flipper. Doing this and then doing, Uncle and Escape doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up for a death warp here on Hutch side. Gonna try and steal Dark Cross chest out of there.
Oh, well, we got the map in the basement, so you know what that means.
All right, nicely done, Death Warp on Hutch's side. We know because of seeing the back and having the key and the map that there is an item in Dark Cross. And Mini Moldorm Cave is loaded with the flippers. We have a cave. We have bombos now.
And we have Hutch doing dark escape there.
Yeah, and one thing to note about that ice rod find, we don't know what turtle rod is or turtle rock is yet, and if we'll need that ice rod.
I think Total Rod is a different game.
Yeah, I don't know which ROM hack I was playing for that one.
That's okay. Oh, we got a death on Hutch's side there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna if he yeah. I would say just go get the back of escape at this point and come back to it later if it's something important. I always commend for giving a shot on things, but one thing I know my mentor had to teach me to let go is, when you make attempts at something, sometimes it's good to just come back and do it later and, give it a better attempt when you have better gear set.
Exactly. I mean, you know what? With the back of it, with the escape like that, it's, maybe you just hope it's nothing important.
Now, I'm curious to see if finding out if it's the map or not. If he's gonna try it from the back way, you're gonna have to find the key rat there. But we do have sword beams to try and help locate it. Might be a useful tool, but really don't want to get hit by the rats here then. Oh, we got a regular rat. We're still missing the key. Either it's on the loose or the... Oh, there it is. And he's got it. Nicely done. I don't know, Haas. What do you think about the use of sword beams there?
Sorry about that. Yeah, definitely. In Hutch's position, I would definitely be utilizing those sword beams. Sorry there for a minute there. I was on push to talk and I kept hitting the button. I thought I was talking, but apparently I wasn't. But I am back now. I figured it out.
Hey, we're all here learning.
Oh yeah. But like I said, with Hutch's position there with the sword beams, I would definitely try to go get that small key and do the dark area back there.
Now, I know this is one that I practiced with him last week, and I'm sure Furious is in his ear, trying to help him line it up here. You can use those torches to kind of get yourself in line with the chest.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, just
bombs.
Ooh, that's rough. All that work for a 3-pack. But hey, you know what? That's not too bad of a time. It wasn't too wasteful. He did it pretty smoothly. So hey, hats off to Hutch. It was amazing.
Yeah, well done. Didn't get it.
The reward was a little bit more worth it.
Right. Didn't get it going through the front, but was able to navigate it with using the sword beam. So, well done and good perseverance. Getting the map check on Karjan's side there as well. All right. Well, it looks like Hutch is going to be heading to South Shore, and Karjan is on their way. I'm going to guess to Saha's hut here.
Not a bad play. I mean, I don't know if I would want to have to double dip Eastern later with not having a bow access, but I don't think we've seen back of escape on Karjan's side, have we? Or front of escape, sorry.
Now, I'm happy that Hutch is going this way because it means he's going to be checking Agina, and that's a check that gets left behind a lot. Is there any check in the game that you feel like that's always your last location, like Catfish, Graveyard Ledge, anything like that?
Personally, I try to route everything in as efficiently as I can. I mean, don't we all? But I would say Ice Rod Cave without boots, I try to leave it out there, because if I don't have to go out there, I try not to, because if I'm not going to set up a water walk, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, so if you didn't see while we were talking there, we got a desert ledge check, and we have a flute on the ledge. That's going to tell us something. We know that Mire and Mirror is not the access point. So we know that Flute is locked behind Book. And that is knowledge on Hutch's side that's not yet on Karjan's side.
All right.
It may be worthwhile going over to Desert as soon as you see that book just for Flute access. All right, and while the runners are cleaning up checks here on Hutch's side, we get the lamp on Karjan's side.
Oh, that's nice.
Good find here in Eastern Palace. That actually puts the big key check into logic.
You know what also puts I'm sorry. You know what that also puts into logic? Aga.
It does, in fact, put an Aga seed in logic. However, we are only Hammer and Moon Pearl away, and we still have checks because it also puts Mountain in logic.
I don't know. I mean, you're right. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just saying. No, it's a pretty early Master Sword.
It's really steering us that way because we also have the cape in Mini Moldorm here, and even if you didn't find the upgraded sword in the back, the cape is still going to be your access to Aga as well.
I mean, to me, it sounds like the seed is just holding up a sign that, you know, painted red, screaming Aga at you the whole time. I mean,
yeah, that's a good point. In chat here, Map saying that wouldn't even consider Aga till finding Moon Pearl. It's usually my last location too, and that probably comes from Map being my former mentor. So now,
true. I mean, I talk a lot of smack, but I mean, honestly, I probably would wait as well for Aga because I try to avoid doing it if I can. I'm sorry, you're about to say something, Scats? I didn't.
Oh, I was going to ask you. So, have you worked with the same mentor each week now, or are you working with somebody new this week?
I started off with Gumby, and so far I'm intending on using Gumby for tomorrow as well to finish up for week 2. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I've utilized the same mentor for the last 2 weeks. He and I have a good vibe going. Huge shout out to him. Hi, Gumby. But yeah, nope, been using him, and we've just been doing great so far.
Excellent. Any Zora money farmers in chat? You know what? I may have. If I had the glove, I probably would have did Houlihan and then farmed up some money before going that way, knowing that I had flippers. Because the gloves and the flippers are 2 different access points to the Zora area. So
yeah, Karjan already went up into that area with the flippers, but they don't think they had enough Zora money at the time.
Yeah. Now, I'm wondering if they didn't do a Houlihan because of the flippers. Sometimes newer players don't know the backup using the sanctuary drop down.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, from the mentee perspective, if Gumby was to say to me, hey, let's do a Houlihan, I would honestly be like, I mean, I think we have a few more checks we could knock out. There's, I believe 5 packs of 300 in there. I mean, multiple others. I think it's a little too early. I don't personally like going for a Houlihan if I don't have to.
To answer chat, the sanctuary drop down, I'm referring to the drop down that you take in the graveyard to get to back of escape. To explain it to you, since I talked about it, it is a... Oh, we have Hookshot in Spectacle Cave. Mountain has more checks. Sorry. You can line yourself up against the open grave and bomb yourself in, and it will give you the hula hand glitch. Just a different setup from jumping down into the water, which you can't do if you have flippers. It doesn't work the same way. But that's another way to do hula hand if you pick up flippers early. All right, so that hook shot is pretty big here on the mountain. That's going to get us over to Paradox Cave. That's going to let us check Floating Island. That's going to also give us our Spiral Cave. And if we get a hammer there, that's also going to give us our first completable dungeon.
There we go.
I don't know. With the hook shot being on mountain, it may be an Aga bait. We are one item from potentially not needing it. We need a hammer and we need a moon pearl, but we could also get another set of gloves and a pearl. There's our
the moon pearl
out of Paradox Cave. Yeah, so
now one of those stacks of 300.
I think Karjan is on the logic train. So we are just hammer or gloves from Dark World Access, and we still have a few checks. However, if we don't see it here soon, we are going to be going to Aga. Yeah, we do have Zora money, correct? Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't realize there was a 300 in there.
Yeah, like I said, I personally don't like to hold hand if I don't have to. But we do have a bottle up there over on the floating island on Karjan's side.
Yeah, something to keep note of. If that's our first logical bottle, that could be an important check later.
Nope, Karjan already has a bottle according to the tracker.
Oh, I missed that one.
I believe I saw them pick it up. I forgot where it was. Oh, another stack of 300. It's more than enough.
Yeah, I have to agree with what Chad is talking about here. It could be wanting us to go through Aga to East Dark World, and without a bow or even a hammer or a mirror, I'm not going to Pod first. We're gonna go up and go to East Dark World first.
I mean, hammer could be on Pyramid Lead, right?
It could be.
That would be pretty sad if they had to go to Aga to get to the hammer. I never said I wanted it. I just said it could be there.
All right, and anybody that's just joining us, make sure you give a follow to our runners, our mentors, our comms, our tracker, and Squishy, our restreamer themselves. We couldn't put this together without any and all of you, so it is a big thank you for everybody that volunteers their time.
I forgot the exclamation command for the trackers.
All right, so Karjan doing the front of escape here. I'm thinking gonna set up into maybe a death warp and go right to Aga if they don't find anything good down here, which we know because of Hutch's side, there is not anything other than the ice rod.
Oh, I think we have Vaga on Hutch's side.
Yeah. Not going to mountain first. Likely what we'll see is they're not going to find the Moon Pearl. We know it's on mountain, and they're going to get forced to go that way. So Haas, there's a fun little trick in that room. If you just stand at the door, charge up your sword, they will actually kind of get themselves stuck there between that. And with Tempered Sword or better, it's one double swing to take them both out in one go. Good
Yeah, isn't that one of the double hits, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it's a good little trick to get through there a little quicker and not have to fuss with the guards.
Yeah, I've seen it pulled off many times. It's a neat little trick to save some time.
Cough, cough. Hopefully Hutch is watching the VOD. Afterwards. Oh, we have good knowledge on what's in the pot. We got a heart back. And Karjan having a much easier time about Dark Cross here with the lamp, so...
Yeah, well, it is a lot easier to see in the dark with a light source.
Yeah, probably purposely taking damage to set up for another Death Warp here. Meanwhile, Hutch is halfway through the climb. And not sure if they have knowledge, but there is a bomb under that pot there, and they do grab it. Good knowledge there if you're doing any kind of key sanity, or you just get to this point, you don't have a bomb for later. Chat saying that save and quit would actually be faster there.
I mean, I guess 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. I mean, whatever you're more comfortable with. I mean, this is why it's also a mentee tournament. I believe we got Karjan doing the Aga climb as well.
Yeah, Karjan gonna be forced into it, having already done mountain. They are kind of out of checks, so this was a last location for them.
Chat saying more than 7 hits and you're losing time. Okay. But that is good to know for any of the mentees like myself that are listening and probably didn't know that. Like myself who didn't know that.
Yeah, Zora's still in logic. I'm thinking at this point, that might be getting left.
Cat pointing out that Sick Kid is also in logic for Karjan.
You know, it might be mean if Catfish is a mirror and Hammer is on Zora.
Did we get a look at Zora Ledge at all, or no?
I believe Ledge was dead, but we have not seen the actual Zora check.
Thank you, chat.
Oh, and we're taking guess blue balls. Now, one thing to keep in mind for anybody that's new and doesn't know, between the seeds, the blue balls are seeded, so they're always the same number for both runners. Words.
That's right. They are the exact same. If it happens on one side, it's going to happen on the other.
we got Karjan making good use of sword beams here, and gonna use the boomerang to get that key without fussing with the pots. Really good knowledge with your tools there. Yes, correct. Thank you for the correction there. It is seeded for your first attempt. The same goes with Ganon. It's seeded for your first attempt, then it changes.
And that would be pointed out by my mentor Gumby right there. Like I said, he's just full of fun facts. Very knowledgeable mentor.
All right, and Hutch getting the bad news that it's just red rupees on Pyramid, so mountain climb, hard required. Luckily, I think that's gonna force them to go mountain.
I mean, that just goes to show you can try to follow the logic as best as you think you're doing, and rando just be rando sometimes, you know? You do what you think's right, you try to do Aga, you try to go to that pyramid ledge, and it just sometimes turns out, nope.
All right. Well, that's going to cost Hutch a little bit of time, but not too much, as they're just going to be able to save it. Honestly, they can save and quit in the dark world if they go back over to it, but...
Yeah, Lumberjack was nothing.
Yeah, Lumberjack is dead.
Oh, bottle on the old man. That's where we got the
That's where Karjan got the bottle. Okay.
Like I said, I thought I saw it. I couldn't place it for where it dropped off.
All right. It looks like we have a pendant Thieves Town, and I believe it was a pendant Ice Palace. Was that right?
I believe so. Yeah, that's what's showing on the trip.
Yes. Pendant Ice and Town.
Getting step.
Right. So just what chat was saying, we are going to be forced into, and well, we're not forced. We could check pod here, but without a bow, without a hammer, this is the better path to go, is to take that hook shot, go East Dark World, check your Skull Woods, check your VOO, and we can always get back around with the flippers.
All right, one more time, Scats. I totally missed it. I'm just kidding. I was trying to get you to just repeat that again.
Listen here, Haas.
Well, you know, gotta have a little fun with it.
All right. Well, we've seen it before. We could see a fire rod in Skull Woods. Would be interesting.
But is it going to be vanilla or French vanilla?
Yeah, Hutch gonna get the bad news about Pearl over here in Moldorm Cave, or sorry, Paradox Cave.
I mean, I wouldn't really say it's horrible news on Hutch's side. I mean, Karjan went and did Aga as well. I mean, as far as time goes, I would say they're not too far off from each other.
Ooh, and Titan's Mitts in Skullwood.
As soon as I say that, progression on one side. Because I had to say that.
we're gonna wait for the hand. I hate wall masters. All right, we're not gonna steal anything out of the back. We'll come back to that later.
Well, I mean, we did get progression out of the first item. We really can't clear out the boss yet. I mean, I don't mind this play on Karjan's side. I think it's completely acceptable.
Yeah, I like this because you're gonna have to go back through there anyway. So I get it. I get it.
Did Karjan do the other checks for Village of Outcasts yet, or they just go straight to Thieves' Town?
No, we are straight into Thieves' Town. It's a pendant, so they may want to try and death warp out of here if there's nothing in the back.
Personally, I would have probably done a check or two, you know, for Village of Outcasts, then dipped into Thieves' Town if it was a pendant.
So with a pendant, sometimes I kind of treat that as like overworld. And then you got to decide if you want to go deeper into the back of Thieves' Town or not.
Well, it's not green pendant, right? I'm sorry, I didn't see what color pendant it was.
No, Desert Palace is our green pendant.
Desert was okay.
So it's a bad pendant, and we don't know if pet is required.
Well, there's only, I believe, what, 4 items in Thieves' Town, and we just saw 2 of them up front.
4 items. We've seen 2, I believe.
I would probably be doing exactly what
It's
Karjan
a 50 call. Whether you get out of here and come back for it if you need to later. This is a quick dungeon to get back to, especially with Titan's Mitts. This is a fine play.
Especially if you find boots at some point, you know. Yeah, it's not a bad play. Personally, I would have waited till I had no options in that area to dip it before leaving the area. But, you know, whether they do it before or after, same thing.
We're getting Hutch over to the East Dark World side. Karjan gonna clean up. Forced to carry his shield here.
Oh, you love to see it, don't you, chat?
I know there's some
shield
haters in chat here. Personally, I like the shield. I like my safeties.
Well, it's only the first shield. You might as well be hiding behind a piece of cardboard.
Right, Hutch getting the news. Nothing on Bumper Ledge. We'll see if they hit more checks in Skullwood or not. Because Karjan only doing the front. We're still missing 1 item there. We've seen races last week that were, you know, won or lost by a decision of going through the back of Thieves' Town or not. So,
I mean, true. Even in my own personal race there, what was it? Basement. Oh, there we go. Mirror on Karjan's side in the dig game.
You have the mirror.
But like I was saying there, we had my own race there. The Basement of Hera was Ether Medallion. Both access to Mesmering Mire and Turtle Rock, which were needed.
Yeah.
Both that we could have, when you cleared Hera, Lamp wasn't found until east of the mountain. So, I mean, it could have been easily missed. I mean, just one little check. You never know. Rando be rando.
Yeah, that's a really good mirror find on Dig Game because that lets us take the blacksmith and turn them in right away. So definitely something you want to see coming into VOO. Yeah, we have a clearable swamp. Mitts was in the front of Skull Woods. Yeah, we have flippers, we have mirror, we have a hook shot. We're missing the hammer, but we do have the spec and flip. Yes, we have a clearable, but out of Logic Swamp. But if you're going this way and you know the Specky clip, I would still clear it.
I don't mind this routing on Karjan side at all. This is pretty nice. Oh, that was a check we probably shouldn't have passed up on the sick kid.
And yes, that is true. The hammer could be in the first check of Swamp Palace, putting the whole thing in logic, because that's accessible before the hammer. There could be a hammer and ice palace as well. We've seen a lot of required pendant dungeons in the past.
True, very true. Oh, Stumpy with a book. That gives us access there.
And we know that is our flute on Desert Ledge. And I'd like to think that they're going to take the purple chest turn-in and just go get that flute and potentially...
Maybe even combine it with a Bombos tablet too.
Yes, yep.
Since we have the mirror, might as well.
Yeah, we can just do it all in a chain. Now, there is one thing. It could be boots locked, but I think it's worth checking just to get the flute, if anything.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree.
Oh, yep, you gotta have your book out there, Karjan.
Oh, no, it ain't boots lock because it's the boots.
Follow your logic, folks.
No, logic's a suggestion here. Come on.
Logic? We don't need no logic. Well, now Desert is fully in logic. All right, yeah, we're gonna go back for Hype Cave. I like this actually. There could be a hammer in here, putting the Swamp Palace in logic. It would also give us easier access back over to pod area.
Mind you, we are still without a bow. So we still can't clear pod or eastern. But we did have some blue goo over there in the Hype Cave.
We're all just addicted to goo, apparently.
Now, I know myself personally as a mentee at about this mark, around the 40-45 minute mark, if I haven't even really cleared a dungeon yet or made like progress through a dungeon, I'm starting to get a little nervous, Scats. How about yourself as a runner or as a mentor, mentee? What do you think? How are you feeling at this point, given what you've got? Not that I'm saying anything against the runners. I mean, I'm just saying personally, that's just how I would feel. I'd be a little nervous.
Just seeing how the items fell, we really didn't have access to any dungeons until we got into Dark World, so... By the logic, yeah, I mean, I'd have my nerves going, but I think following the logic train here kind of puts you on the right path of, you know that you're gonna stay on it. If you start doing things like out of logic where, you know, we could have went and did a different dungeon, like we're talking about Swamp Palace here out of logic. You know, that could get you an item that puts you way off the path. Like if we find a bow here, you know, that bow would be hammer locked.
Or a tempered sword. find over there on Karjan's side.
It's the same thing with doing like a mimic clip or the botto glitch in pod. That would be bow locked.
We got boots over on Hutch's side now too.
Yeah, and Hutch taking that directly to desert here.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I thought Karjan was going to go back for that flute at least, and then maybe do swamp. But I mean, I guess, you know, if they're going to come back for it, they're going to come back for it. Hopefully.
Maybe going clearable versus clearable out of logic.
True.
No, I believe he has lost his portal to answer chat.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We didn't even get a check on Karjan's side. Right. I'm sorry. I thought we saw both runners dip.
No, that is
Thank
true.
you, chat, for the correction. My sincerest apologies.
And that is why getting knowledge definitely helps.
Because, you know, it looks easy sitting here watching two streams at the same time. It's not as easy as it looks. Sometimes you forget, and sometimes they overlap a little.
Hutch had knowledge of Desert Ledge, and Karjan did not. But Hutch did not dip Skull Woods to get the Titan's Mitts, so unless they find Hammer, they're stuck to Aga Portal for access. And we see a nice diver down on Karjan's side and finds
the
bow. Now, this is what I'm talking about, is that bow is out of logic without the hammer.
Now, is that progressive bow 2 or progressive bow 1?
We don't know. We don't know. We'd have to see where the hammer is and where another bow falls.
Right.
Now, if we find a hammer here on Hutch's side, that could be a little rough on Karjan's side, because that bow might take them over to, you know, Pod Eastern area. All right, we're on to Argus. That tempered sword, no problem. Meanwhile, Hutch gonna go and pick up that flute and head to the back of Desert Palace. Yeah, there's the question. How many items have we gotten out of Desert? How many have we gotten out of Swamp Palace? Because that's gonna determine whether we really want to go left or not. And I don't know.
Considering that there's, I don't know, left side. Since I don't know if sitting in Karjan's side, not knowing where the flute is, might try to hit the left side. But I don't know. I mean, this ain't a
hey,
bad
well,
play,
we're gonna save and quit here. Let's see which direction they're gonna take this. Whoops. Yep. Once you defeat Aga and save and quit in the Dark World, you will be on the pyramid. And we're seeing what's called a mirror bonk there as well if you don't move forward. So keep that in mind, mentees and newer players. Once you defeat Aga, your world state does change a bit. Alright, so Karjan gonna go for the Tower of Hera, I think, here. Or potentially Dark Death Mountain first. But getting dead rocked, unfortunately. Meanwhile, we have Hutch making use of that Ice Rod on the Landmos.
I think I don't know if you just said this, but I think on Karjan's side we're going to see dark mountain there over to Hera, and possibly even a check on the tablet there.
Yeah, this is not a bad way to route this, as we don't have the hammer, so we don't know if we're going to be able to get in the TR side. This gives them
But we'll
two
at least get
checks.
knowledge of it, of
Yeah,
what we
we're going
need
to
for
get
TR.
knowledge on access, and we're going to get 2 checks in Super Bunny Cave, and we're going to get Hookshot Cave too. So, and if you need those safeties, if you need those potions, we know there's a bottle on Floating Island as well. Yeah, definitely a good idea to ignore the bow at the moment, because that could have led you down a red herring there.
And while we have the runners up, be sure to give them a follow, and our restream crew as well.
Who is winning? Asks Old Man Haiku. It's hard to tell, honestly.
Well, it depends
Hutch,
on how you define winning.
Well, Hutch has knowledge of the flute. Karjan has the Titan's mitts out of Skullwoods, which Hutch
And a
did not
tempered.
do. So I'd say kind of even up right now. Both have knowledge that the other one doesn't.
I mean, it's really quite even at this point.
Yeah, if you want to go by dungeon clears, Karjan is slightly ahead.
I mean, yeah, Karjan's slightly ahead, but they're about to be, beeping and waving and passing by Hutch in a few moments as well.
Well, again, now Hutch doesn't have that the Dark World portal there, so their Dark World access is through Aga.
Oh, the dead rocks there blocking up Hutch a bit.
Yeah, and Hutch
Tell me that who hasn't ever had this happen to them.
Yeah, Hutch gonna find out real quick if Hammer is in Hera or not. That's probably their only saving grace without having to go back into Dark World a long way.
True. Very true.
Oh, and it looks like maybe Karjan picked up an item that was on the floor, which doesn't let you do the Herapod glitch. But they can just reset the room and give it another try.
Kate, so I believe everybody agrees with you. Chat
Right
saying
now.
it's if you pick up the Moldrum drop in the air, it messes up the room.
Yeah, it messes up the link state.
The glitch, yeah.
I believe is how it works. So it makes it so you can't get into that half block that you need. Yes, you can pick it up in the air with a hook shot or a boomerang. It may be only the red one, though. If not, Map lied to me. No. All right, we get the small key on Moldorm. Do you leave it here or do you check it?
Considering what it's a crystal, check it. Unfortunately, you still need the hammer, a fire rod. I mean, I honestly, you gotta check it. There's too many valuable items still out there that you just can't pass up.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they attempt the spike cave here as well before leaving the mountain. That way we kind of have a full clear.
Is Spike Cave in logic? I thought we needed
Oh, duh, we need the hammer. Never mind.
There we go. I know I'm just a mentee, but I wanted to make sure, logic.
No, the hammer's going to be there, right?
Hammer locked.
So Karjan getting to the basement, kind of slipped out of their coffee break there and had to play goalkeeper. Looks like Hutch is going to use the Samaria block here to get a nice easy setup. If you don't have the Samaria block, you can also just use a bomb. It puts you on a timer, but you have plenty of time to walk over and get yourself lined up.
You have just enough time to drop the bomb, walk over, and just about as that first tile is going to hit you, it's a close call, but you have just enough to where you'll get hit with the blue frame, the blue block there coming up the switch before you take any damage from the tile. Results may vary.
All right, well, here's where we're going to see where Hutch makes a decision. Getting the bad news that Hammer's not in Hera. Meanwhile, Karjan's going to be going into Desert. Hutch has already completed Desert. Yeah, can't get in there without that hammer, unfortunately. Gonna have to go through the Aga portal. I think those are going to be some frustration swings, realizing that, oops, gotta go this way. Getting a little turned around, yeah, that could be a little bit off-putting, like not having the hammer and Aga being your only access. I think that's gonna give Karjan a little bit of a time advantage here, with Hutch having to come back in.
I agree with you there, Scats. Definitely agree with you. Sorry, I was reading on chat and catching up, and then I confused myself, but I'm back
now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is gonna be our first look at Catfish.
I believe this is our first look at Catfish. Now, do you think Hutch is going to mirror here and go over to Zora?
I mean, have the money, you have the ability. I would. That's an outstanding check that's been available since the beginning of the game. Well, since we got the gloves and Flipper. Just a heart piece off of Catfish.
You'll love to see it. Yep, we're going to get a Zora check. What are we thinking?
I don't know. I'd like to see the hammer.
Chat's going hammer.
I'd like to see a hammer on Zora.
Shovel to hammer.
Just a money dry seed, leaving Zora up to dry till later in the seed here. And it's just arrows. The biggest scam of all. Well, get your scams up in chat because we got...
Hey, Scats, you know how heavy those arrows are? About 500 rupees worth.
Oh boy, horse. That's gonna take a lot off the wallet. I don't know if I'd tell the rando manager.
Where's the mod? Where's the mod? I want my money back.
Oh yeah, it should have been the single arrow.
You know what? It was a single arrow with 9 of his buddies. They heard
Well,
of ladies' night. They were horribly mistaken.
Hutch is gonna take the long walk into pod here. We can mirror and turn in our green pendant finally.
Oh, and he gets his own 10 arrows.
Yeah, that's something to point out. On Karjan's side, we have Meyer access with that flute. Now that they have the Titan's mitts on their side.
But do we know what Meyer is for medallion?
Oh yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but they have access to the Meyer area. You know, using the tempered sword there, but I think chat wanted more bow. I think we want to see more bow used there on Lambo fight.
I personally, I would go with that tempered. I mean, that's not a problem. If I had silvers, it'd be a different story.
All right, well, this is our first look at pod. Hopefully we got a vanilla or French vanilla hammer in here.
Chat saying that, oh,
And there it is, hammer.
French vanilla hammer.
But Hutch does not have that bow out of Swamp Palace. But that's going to give them their access to the rest of Dark World, so we don't have to go the long way. A little bit of a saving grace there for Hutch. I'm going to guess they're going directly to Swamp, not even wasting time in pod with trying to do bottle glitches or anything. We're just leaving and going to our next dungeon.
I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. I don't blame Hutch at this point. I mean, I'd be feeling a certain way myself, wouldn't? An hour in, you just got the hammer. I'd be a little nervous as a mentee, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing about Hutch's side is they stayed in Logic this whole time, whereas Karjan did get that bow out of Logic. We did a Swamp Palace with no hammer. Now, Ice Palace is a pendant, so we may not have to do that. To answer chat, mitts were in Skull Woods, in the front of Skull Woods.
Thank you. I was just about to say that. Yeah, I completely forgot. Blinked there for a second.
Yeah, I believe it was the fire bar chest there.
Squishy, I did see that you said that. That's only a matter of time now before Hutch gets his item there out of the swamp. The bow, that's it. Where he gets his bow out of the swamp.
Meanwhile, we're gonna get a look at fire on Karjan's side. We do have access. That is a completable mire.
Oh.
Hammer was in shooter chest in pod, yeah. Well, if Fire Rod is in ice, you know, We have the items to beat Ice Palace, so it could be in there. We've got flippers, we've got Titans mitts, and we have a Bombos. There's a hammer that we're gonna find here soon on Karjan's side, I hope. So I mean, it's definitely a completable dungeon between the two runners. I don't know. Just looking at Karjan's route, if we find our fire rod here, they might be hammer for go mode. Because what was TR access? Does anybody remember what TR?
I believe TR was ether, if I'm not mistaken.
Ether. Okay, so we are ether and hammer from go mode. Or sorry, fire, ether, and from go mode.
We got that bow on Hutch's side now as he's making his way through Swamp Palace.
Yeah, so we have some completable dungeons here, but we are still looking for a few items. When do you do Mire? Well, see, that's the thing. You do it now. I like the route that Karjan is taking. It seems to be very efficient, even though it's a little out of logic. But you know, I think Hutch is kind of just following the logic train, so they don't actually have access to it yet until they get back to Skull Woods.
I would say you do Mire. If you're looking at Mire and you've got the medallion, you can clear it, and you're comfortable clearing it, you're running and you clear it. That's it. Doesn't need it to be marked. Just go.
All right, taking a little bit of a safe strat here, getting the sword spins on Argus. Just bombs. We knew that from Karjan's run. But let's see. Now, Karjan skipped left side. Does Hutch go back in?
What would you do, Scats, in this situation? What would you advise your mentee to do?
I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a feeling thing. There's two items, so you have a chance to get something here. It's in logic. Spending the time to get it is one of those things that you gamble on. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But you got to take the risk.
So you're saying go for it?
I think it's worthwhile to go for it.
I agree with you. I mean, we are still missing a fire rod. Half magic hasn't popped up. Not saying we need it, but let's face it, who wouldn't like to see it? I mean, there's still a bunch of other items that are very useful to help us out for safety cushions, you know, that we haven't seen yet. I would say go for it as well.
Yeah, I mean, Hutch also doesn't have Titan's mitts on their side, so they're really looking for a few extra items here.
It's true.
Everybody's favorite cutscene chest. Good time to stay hydrated. That goes for...
And while we're waiting, be sure to give our runners a follow, trackers, and the commentators.
Now, we have a lot of dungeons left that have quite a few checks in them. So, we could find go mode pretty quickly on either side. Pod still has a bunch of checks outstanding. What is it? 5 more checks outstanding? Five more items outstanding, I believe. Or, no, 4 more.
I don't know. How many items did we find? I forgot. I didn't.
More.
I lost count. There's 5 in total, I believe.
All right, and just
6 keys, 5
just
items,
a
right?
heart in the back, so nothing crazy. I think if you're gonna play it efficient, kind of how Hutch is, and play it in logic, that was the right route to go. I think they're gonna get forced either into Pod or into Skull Woods, and it looks like they're choosing Pod. This is clearable on their side now that we've completed Skull Woods. So you go after the clearable crystals for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, not sure how I feel about Hutch going for Pod, but I mean, he is in the area. He might as well. He has, it's fully clearable. I mean, it's not a bad play.
Yeah, I like this because we don't have the fire rod. So they might be waiting for the fire rod at this point. And comparing Skull Woods to Pod, you got more checks in Pod. And yeah, you have a clearable Pod and Eastern now.
Oh yeah, totally. Now, Hutch is also not only one of the mentees, but he also designed his own tracker for this as well.
Yeah, always believe in Pod, whether it's a pendant or not. All right. Taking a little ding from Mimics there, but no problem in the hallway. Wow, Karjan coming up to Vitreous. Get to see what strategy they're gonna employ here. Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Chad. Pod Eastern is check heavy. Now we've cleared Eastern Palace out except for boss, but the Pod, Pod gives us 4 more checks besides that hammer.
All right, we got a Vidi fight over on Karjan's side.
Okay, we're gonna skip the middle chest. Probably look like maybe getting a call out for key logic there. That the top is probably gonna be a key for a key. All right, and it's 8 arrows with the regular bow, and we see Vidi down. Don't worry about that half a heart. Karjan keeping us on the edge of our seats. You know, we paid for the whole thing, but we're only going to use
Wow. That was close. But well done on Karjan's side, I gotta say. Definitely had us on edge.
Gotta love those fights where you're just hanging on by a thread. Heart in a dream. Yes, exactly. Now, one thing I do on Hutch's side, even though I'm not going to do a hammer jump there, I'd probably still bomb open the doorway there, just to speed things up.
I mean, yeah, you could.
Right, and Karjan pairing their Agena check with their Meyer visit, keeping it efficient. That's what I like to see. And
there's the fire rod.
In the back of Pod.
That's a nice find there for Hutch.
Yeah, that's probably going to lead them over to Skull Woods when they're done here. And potentially go. We're still looking for Ether, though. So Ether for go mode looks like collectively. Karjan heading over to the Pod Easter area. Gonna find... Oh, that's right. They did not dip Pod. So gonna have
No,
to
they
go
did not
through
yet.
the Aga portal for now. Yeah, I'm curious where that ether is gonna be hiding. Because now we've cleared the Dark Death Mountain. The only thing we haven't seen, I believe, is Spike Cave.
I mean, yeah, pet, right? I'm kidding. I would never wish that.
Ether on Ped, I mean, it could be. Because
I know it's a possibility, but that was just a sick joke on my part. It was just a very sick joke on my part. I would never wish that on any runner.
It's an Aga seed, so why not a Ped pull as well? It's the seed for the fans. You know, sometimes you just got to do it for the fans.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, but not always. I still have a race left to do, so I'm not going to wish Pod on, or I'm not going to wish Pet on anybody because I don't want it to happen to me either.
One thing we could see on Hutch's side is they have the mirror in the book. When they go back for Skull Woods, not only can they clear it, they could also get a Ped check without having to pull it.
How do you feel about a Ped check?
I think knowledge is power. And we've seen that with the early flute find on Hutch's side.
I don't know how I feel about it.
We're getting the mushroom turn in. Nothing but $5. Karjan gonna get a refill, get some potions. Never fault a mentee for getting their potions.
I am certainly no stranger to getting blue goos. Trust me.
Yes,
I spent all my money on week 1 on blue goo.
Yeah, definitely. Safeties are faster than dying, so you always want to grab your blue goo or refill for a fight that you know you might struggle with.
Anything is faster than dying. Oh, we have a quick fight over there on Hutch's side.
Quick work. Let's see what Helmy has. Just the compass.
I think we're gonna have some disappointment on Karjan's side as they go to check Zora.
Yeah, Hutch not finding those mitts may actually be working out in their favor a little bit.
You know, yeah, I was a little about it earlier, but it doesn't seem to have affected them at all. So hey, goes to show you what I know, right? I mean, nothing good or bad about it. I just, you know,
this is looking like it might come. Oh, I was gonna say this is looking like it's come down to an ether hunt, and it's gonna be whoever finds it first. I think.
The question is, where is it? Any thoughts, chat, on where Ether's at?
Well, looking at what's left.
Oh, Karjan doing the reset there. I bet you that's for fake powder.
We have back of Skull Woods. We have Spike Cave. And we have Ice Palace. Both tablets have been checked. Both runners got ether when they went for Hera. And we had the boots on Bombos.
Hutch making use of that tempered sword with the Igor there. Is it Igor or Igor?
I always say Igor.
Well, it's Frankenstein, not Frankenstein. Nobody's gonna get the Frankenstein reference, huh?
Yeah, Karjan in the area not checking bed here. Oh, trust me, I love the old movies.
Oh, okay, good. Somebody gets the reference at least. Frau Brooker, there we go. Gotta love those old movies.
Right, and Hutch lining up for the safe strat. If you're having trouble lining up for the quick kill that skips the red phase, that strategy is nice and safe and almost as fast.
You know, I practiced the armor sights there, the safe strat and everything, and I practiced it the other way. Did it a dozen times, nailed it in practice. Went to do it in the seed, screwed it up every time. Practice, practice, practice. Oh, Karjan now dipping over into pod.
Yeah, having to go the long way back to pod here through the Aga portal because they did not get the hammer on their first dip.
Oh, they're gonna get the hammer now.
And we have Hutch kind of being forced back into this area, but choosing not to get the ped check here.
I mean, if Hutch is about to tip Skullwoods and going through the back of, or going into the back, wait till then to check ped.
Love the dash lines. You can see him. He's just zooming over here.
I'm getting delay on my side.
Yeah, that's true. You definitely want to respond to chat there. You definitely want to mirror and check it when Skullwoods is done, since we have to go do that anyways.
Right, that's what I was saying earlier. I would check, you know, ped probably before or after killing them off, whichever.
Yeah.
Either on the way in or the way out of the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah, Hutch having come in the back way could have did it there. But because they have the mirror, they're still gonna go clear this boss anyways, and it's just gonna be faster to mirror and check it. Yeah, having the fire rod, I think I would have did the back to front.
Hutch hasn't gotten his gloves yet, correct?
Just grab them actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hutch did just grab their Titan's mitts out of the front of Skullwoods. That's true. That's true. If we're planning on a ped check, I guess the front to the back is the better way to do that. So you can just.
I was about to say that myself. I was gonna say, you know, if you're gonna be.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And honestly, at this point in the seed, with only a few items left that you need, would probably, like, especially just ether, you know, I would definitely be checking ped after I finish Skullwoods if I was Hutch. Just in case. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down to a one-item hunt and you have the chance to get knowledge, I think you take it. Hutch, you gotta be careful there. For those that don't know, you can get picked up by the wall masters when you are falling down that pit. So normally you want to bait them out before dropping down.
Careful, Hutch. Ooh.
Yeah,
Hutch keeping us on the edge of our seats too. Wow, because he's only got green mail on his side.
Keeping us on the edge here. And that's our second item as well. Off of Mothula. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get the ped check. Not for knowledge, but for chat. And it's just count cash. So Ped is dead. Alright, well. We know that Meyer doesn't hold the ether. So now we gotta figure out where it is. I'm thinking it's.
Did we get a I'm sorry. Did we get a checkerboard cave check over on Karjan's side?
I believe so, and I believe it was rupees.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my apologies. I missed that. I thought we didn't get one.
Yeah, I think it was something minor. Yeah, I think after this, if we don't find ether here, I would almost want to go knock out Ice Palace, because we can always dip out of that if we get all the items. We now know that Pedestal's dead on Hutch's side.
I mean, if Hutch knows that he needs ether, knowing that he can clear out Meyer, I wouldn't mind Meyer into Ice Palace. I mean, we also still have the back of Thieves Town, don't we?
Yeah, back of Thieves Town still holds 2 items.
It could be in Thieves Town Big Chest, right?
It would be interesting to see if one runner goes to one dungeon and one goes to the other. It would be really cool to see that kind of divergence this late in the game.
I mean, when it comes down to just a one-item hunt, you probably could see it. It would be nice to see.
Well, we'll see. We don't have a true Godmire here on Hutch's side, but usually when you need that last item, you always get a Godmire in one way, shape, or form. Nope. So now we gotta go look at. We know that there really wasn't much in Meyer because of Karjan's side. So both runners just kind of cleaning up each other's checks here. While they are doing that, please, once again, I want to bring attention to all the awesome volunteers and everything that goes behind Go Mode Podcast and these restreams. So give myself and Haas a follow. Don't forget to follow our tracker Fernap, our restreamer Squishy Panda, and our runners and mentors as well. We got Hutch with their mentor Furious, Karjan with J Masha. Make sure you've got all these runners and commentators, hosts, and more all followed. It's all greatly appreciated. We love the community here, and the mentor tournament is a great way to get your first steps into the community and learn some rando from some people that really love it.
Ditto. Sorry, it was the easiest way I could say it.
Listen, Hoss, I'm gonna need more words than ditto. This isn't Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, a wild Peruvian
Oh, we're getting a
appears in
raid
chat
in. Welcome,
with a
Raiders.
bunch of friends. Welcome in,
Tuning into a
Raiders.
very exciting evening of Randomizer right now.
We are on week 2, open randomized swords. You're watching Hutch versus Karjan. We are a good chunk into the seed, and both runners are going to be looking for their Ether medallion for their TR access. It's both runners' item for go mode now.
And that right there you have on the comms is Scats Man. I am Hoss the Astros, also known as Hoss.
Yep, you will have till next year. And, you know, if you get yourself in the Go Mode Podcast Discord, there's a lot of people in there willing to help, whether you're in the tournament or not. One of us. One of us.
And if you're shy, don't be. Once you join up in the Discord channel, everybody's very friendly and very helpful. It's a very laid-back community. And we intend to keep it that way. Also,
right.
shout out to Zaruvan for jumping in here. He says, don't respect him. He's a clown. So, honk honk to the clown. Just kidding, of course.
Yo, we're all nerds here for sure. We all bonk down here. No, I am the bonk master thing.
We all bonk down here, Georgie.
Yeah, just make sure you read the rules.
Yeah, otherwise you will get hit with the rulebook emoji in the Discord, as I did.
Hey, well, we're back to both runners cleaning up each other's dungeons here. What are you thinking? Are you thinking Ice Palace? Are you thinking it's somewhere in the overworld? What's your thoughts on where this Ether medallion's gonna be?
Are you asking me or chat? I was really hoping that was a rhetorical question.
Yes. My answer is yes.
Honestly, I would love to see it sitting in Ice Palace, or better yet, the back of Thieves Town, just to, you know, not so much as like a ha-ha, but more of a, you probably should have checked out the rest of it while you were there type of deal. With the exception of it being in the big chest, because, of course, we couldn't in the big chest earlier.
I was going to say, if it's in the big chest, that means...
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of that, obviously.
Yeah, we would have had to go get the hammer out of pod, which was available after Aga, because it is in that first check in the shooter room.
It really was.
So it technically could have been the intended route that the randomizer wanted you to do. But sometimes the intended route is slow.
Well, you know what they say, logic, like the rulebook, are just a suggestion.
All right, well, both runners finishing up about the same time here. We're going to see where Hutch is going. We're going to see where Karjan is going, and maybe we'll get different checks on both sides. Looks like Hutch might be getting some safeties.
Honestly, I don't blame him at this stage. Hour and a half in. Why take any chances if you don't have to, especially when you got a stack of money? It never hurts to pick up some extra blue goo.
We are getting a ped check on Karjan's side as well. Getting the info.
Especially with no half magic.
Oh, actually, Hutch has not done Dark Death Mountain yet. So we're going to see some Dark Death Mountain cleanup on Hutch's side. Meanwhile, we've got Karjan. Not sure where they're going to be going here.
We got some people in chat saying that the ether's in the Ice Palace Big Key chest.
Looks like maybe we're considering back of Skull Woods, but looks like maybe a mentor is
hunting for go mode.
Looks like the mentor's making a call here and telling them to go elsewhere.
Ooh. I think we're going to see... Nope. Never mind. I was about to misspeak.
Yeah, we're going to be hunting for ether for TR access. That's going to be Hutch's first look, realizing that they're not in go mode. Yeah, getting the news that it's not Bombos for that one. Oh, yeah, do we have both red crystals? We do.
We do.
Both red crystals.
And we have Pyramid Fairy check coming up on Karjan's side.
Does the little trick with the mirror. It looks like they're not gonna. Something that my mentor taught me back in 24 was that once you have defeated Aga, you can actually mirror at the top where the bridge would be and then walk straight up into the Aga portal. Going back in the Dark World puts you right in front of the pyramid there.
Oh yeah, a little shortcut there.
Shout out to Map. Yeah, it looks like twice that Karjan has forgotten about their Aga access. We do have the mushroom. We know there's only a blue rupee behind the mushroom.
Oh, a bug net and powder.
Oh, we do get powder. I know.
To see it though.
I know there was some talk about fake powder, but now we have the real thing.
Ether on the bat?
This might be time to go do your bat check. Go do the back of Thieves Town. I don't know. So I kind of am bad at timing things out. What is faster? Doing the back of Thieves Town with the access that we have, or doing Ice Palace?
I would say for check density, Ice Palace. Time-wise, That's my official answer.
We do see a Spike Cave. I appreciate them pairing that in there.
Oh, nice.
But Spike Cave is off the board. And we're gonna see Ice Palace on Karjan's side.
I'd have to disagree with chat. I think that because we had logical access to the hammering pod and then to the back of Thieves Town really early, that the ether could be in the back of Thieves Town.
Yeah, I feel like having to go back to that area, I might have dipped it and finished it up while I was there, and I think that's what Karjan was was on their way to do. Until it looked like maybe their mentor said, let's go do a different dungeon.
I mean, Pyramid Fairy and a dungeon dip isn't bad. I mean, it's check density and logic. I mean, I don't blame you.
We're gonna see the little trick we were talking about on Hutch's side, taking advantage of our Aga portal here to get that big bomb back quicker.
You know what? I understand where you're going with that on chat. I can understand that.
I think it kind of is a 50-50 chance here. You're either in the back of Thieves Town or you're in Ice Palace. Both were available logically once we had the mids. You know, Thieves Town being available because Hammer was in the front of pod with our Aga access. And once we had flippers and mitts out of the left side of Dark World, then we had Ice Palace available to us with that mirror. Or sorry, not with the mirror, with just with the Titans mitts.
Yeah, you are right there, Scats. We did have logical access to it. It is coin flip. It's 50-50. I mean, it might be there, it might not be. But I mean, let's face it, everything really is either there or it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think going Ice Palace first here is probably the safer play because you have a full clearable dungeon versus a dungeon that you've already taken a couple items out of.
But also, too, you know you don't need ped either. So we know on both sides that we don't need ped, so we don't need the pendant. So we only need to fight the boss if there's an item on them.
Right. And honestly, you know, Thieves Town is really easy to get to. We have a flute, we have Titan's mitts. It's a quick dash or two to get. And it looks like we're gonna get Hutch going into the other checks here. So just what I was hoping for. We're getting some divergence.
That'd be nice. I mean, it's good. You like to see a little divergence. Keeps it competitive at this point, you know? It keeps everybody on edge, because I sure as heck have no idea where this is going.
And Karjan getting the news that I think they've gotten all their items out of Ice Palace here, so...
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
Welcome in Space and their friends. We are in week 2 of Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament. Random Swords, Open 7-7. All right, we're gonna get a look at Mirror Ledge, just a piece of art. Here we go, Magic Bat check.
Let's see if it's on the bat tonight. Nope.
No, not
just some
on
money.
bat. I think it has to be the back of Thieves Town.
Oh, I hate it when I'm right. I hate it because I said it earlier. You should have checked it earlier, you know? But hey, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I don't blame them for skipping it. It's a pendant dungeon. We got 2 items out of the front. I think it was a good call. Yeah, both runners are going to kind of get funneled in here now because of the requirement for TR, and we've cleared everything else. So this is kind of a hundo seed, but as soon as they find this Ether medallion, they're in go.
Is Karjan gonna... Where are we going, Karjan? Are we gonna go there? Oh. Hammer pegs. That's a good one too. We haven't seen those yet either.
Because doing this, they can just save and quit out of Thieves Town instead of having to come out and do the overworld after. That's a smart play. I like it.
Oh, half magic.
Yeah, we take those.
I wouldn't. Chat's talking about a lead right now, and I'd like to say I wouldn't say that there isn't a lead per se, since now both of them are in Thieves Town. But I would say Hutch has caught right up if Ether is in the back of Thieves Town, because that means he will not have to go through the Swamp Palace or anything like that, and he could go straight to TR.
Yeah, I think we're really even up here. The only thing that might be advantage to Karjan is that half magic. If we don't find silvers and we find Ether here. Yeah,
there it is, Ether.
Thieves Town Attic.
And Hutch realizing he is in go mode.
So that's 143.20. Hutch is in go mode. We've got Karjan probably seconds behind here. So yeah, Hutch is going to leave behind that half magic. And if we're looking at a silverless Ganon fight, could be an advantage, being able to utilize that cape better.
And not only that, to conserve mana if needed. And Karjan getting their Ether Medallion, dipping out now, realizing that they are also in go mode.
Yeah, so that's not much of a difference. I believe less than a minute here. This is going to be a close race, folks, and it could come down to GT routing and potentially Turtle Rock, depending how they do their keys. This is very close as both runners climbing the mountain. Currently, Hutch a little bit ahead on the mountain climb.
I mean, these are the races that you love to see, is when they're neck and neck like this, you know?
Yeah, and you know, on the runner's side, you're this far in, you're gonna start wondering if you made a mistake and the other runner's way ahead of you. So nerves can get a little tight. We can see some mechanic errors, especially with newer runners. This is the moment the edge of the seat is made for.
Oh, not only that too, Space. Not only do we have a race, but on top of it, we might even possibly have a silverless Ganon fight on both sides, which could, as we all know, in a tournament like this, drastically tilt the scales on either side based on the runner's ability to handle a silverless Ganon. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I prefer not to go silverless Ganon, but if I have to, I will.
One fall, one missed cycle, and it can go either way.
Oh, trust me, it's been practiced and practiced, but let's face it, who really likes to see and do silverless Ganon if they don't have to?
All right, we get the mirror shield, so we're gonna have that beautiful mirror shield covering up our sprites. It's big, it's beautiful, it blocks the lasers.
I had 2 out of 3. Sorry, you got me on the silver there. Laser bridge is safe with that shield. However, we really don't need anything but one small key.
Yeah, looking at where the keys are falling, we may or may not need to hit laser bridge. There's our big key. We know we don't necessarily need to go to lava chest for that big key, so we can steal that small key and potentially skip the big chest area there. Yeah, that is true. There is a very, very small percent chance, a 3% chance, that opening the big chest could be required with it being a small key. But
that's dirty. That's just dirty. We hope we don't see it.
Well, let's see if we're deciding to skip it or play it safe.
I mean, can you imagine that, getting that 3% as your first time as a new runner? Like as a mentee, getting 3%ed and being like, now it's embedded in your head. You're like traumatized forever now. You're always going to check that check now just because of it.
Yeah, it's worse if they get the safety door before trying to do laser bridge, or in the process of getting laser bridge.
Whoa, that was a little close there, Karjan.
Hutch getting a little turned around there, but we fixed it. We fixed it. There we go. Using that hook shot to get some iframes so they don't take damage from the fire bar. Good knowledge there.
That Karjan almost getting taken out there while trying to claim that fairy. I don't know if anybody else saw that. The little green thing. I don't know what that is. Help me out there, Scats. You know what I'm talking about. The little thing that pops up out of the bottom.
The anti-birds?
No,
I missed
the little green thing that looks like a diglet.
Oh.
It's in the room there with the pokey. Buzz Blob, I believe that was it. Thank you. Wow, I'm just having a night tonight trying to remember things. Yeah, it popped up right beneath Karjan as they were getting that fairy there with the powder.
Well, there's her small key. No 3%.
Well, that's good.
We're not going to check for silvers, though? Okay. I feel like with the mirror shield, I'd at least check those last two chests on the way back up. Just on the off chance of silvers, even a gold sword. Just to make your Ganon fight easier.
I don't know. How do you feel about it, Scat? I don't know. I personally, at an hour and 50, maybe not. I'd probably just be going. Hoping I find it in GT along the way. I mean, we do have, what, 12 checks in GT? For, or no, not 12, I'm sorry. We have multiple checks there in GT.
Right, well, we've got Tempered Sword on Try Next. Not too difficult of a fight. I believe both runners have some kind of safety here. We've got some Team Key and Goes, Team Collect All the Things. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in this case, I might have got those last two chests. I may have actually did it front to back instead of back to front, like Karjan's doing here. Just because we have the mirror shield, it shouldn't be too dangerous. Oh, Hutch seeing a little bit of a glitch here with the magic rods. If you're too close, the projectile actually spawns a little bit in front of where your sprite is there. So if you're right on top of something, you can have it pass right through. Alright, well that's a try next down. I see a lot of ice on the floor. Karjan gonna be coming up behind here, making their way to try next now. Go ahead, chat. Teddy, you know what time it is.
Time to get your guesses in chat. Where's that
Yeah,
big
guys.
key? Give me a number.
To find that Ganon's Tower big key. So, if you don't know what to do, it's from 1 to 22. Get your guesses in chat where you think the Ganon Tower big key will be today. And
1 through 22, not 12, like I somehow flubbed by saying.
I like 14. I like Bob's chest and doing Hope left.
I like the tile room chest.
Oh, we've got some tile room believers here.
Tile room for silvers.
I think that's everybody's last location. All right, well, let's see what route Hutch goes. We're going over to right side. We've got just blueberries in the first check. Good hook movement there from Hutch. Yes, we've got 153-17 Hutch entering Gannon's
Ooh,
Tower.
and a death on Karjan's side. That's... Oh, but they had a
You
fairy.
have a fairy. We got a fairy. Oh boy,
I was about to say it was unfortunate, but I didn't see that.
That's a safety. Probably wanted to keep for later, but you know, it's faster than dying here, so.
Hey, Scats, how much does that fairy weigh? Enough to carry hope for the rest of the seed.
Oh man, Huss. I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, that death would have cost them how much time?
About tree fitty.
Just about 350.
And we get a climb on Hutch's side. Key on left.
Now, mind you, both of our runners don't have silvers, so this is still up for anybody to win.
Now, as a mentee, Haas, are you checking for those silvers on the way?
I've got tempered sword. No, I mean I'll check what's coming along, but as far as like going out of my way, once I get up towards like the Moldorm, maybe I'll check them for giggles, but I'm not going to really check too hard. I'm not going out of my way. If I miss it on a hook shot and walk by it, I'm not turning around for it, even if it's in the same room.
Yeah, because at a certain point, it gets to be more of a time loss than you could have finished with. But we've got about a 2-minute difference now, so Hutch gaining some time here. That fairy revival costing a little bit of time on Karjan's side.
A little bit of time, but let's face it, anything's faster than a death.
Yeah, Hutch getting bullied here in Mimics 2 by those lasers. Might be seeing a refill room here for safety, but Hutch is pretty skilled. We might see them go for it.
Well, that's it. We got the shovel on Karjan's side. We have to abort and go dig.
Oh, definitely.
Silver's on dig. We have to go.
That's the new validation, is you must dig up whatever's in the dig
Only
spot.
if you find the shovel in GT, then you have to. That's the only time. Otherwise, you can ignore the shovel. It's useless.
Can we get a new goal completion?
Just kidding. Don't ignore the shovel. Don't listen.
Yeah, so we saw about a minute difference going into TR, but now we're at almost a 2-minute difference. Hutch with some good movement here in the GT Gauntlet. I think Mimics 2 kind of woke him up there a little bit.
Getting the key dash over there on Karjan's side. It's still anybody's game. It's really going to come down to if we don't find silvers, so Silver's Ganon.
Now, I will say Karjan taking it a little safe here. You know, Hutch went through with some dashes in that last room. And Karjan, though, because taking it safe, able to skip the refill room. This is really going to come down to execution in the Ganon fight.
And this is why you always finish your seeds, as we try to tell everybody in this mentee tournament. Always finish your seeds to get in the habit, because Ganon's Tower execution is where it matters the most. Your end game is just as important as your beginning.
Yeah, the Beamos just don't want Hutch here in Ganon's Tower. Getting banged up here at the end of Gauntlet.
Well, I mean, we could argue whether the end game or the beginning is more important. I'd say still it's both are very important. We can both agree on that.
All right, we got Mimics 2, or sorry, Landmo 2 on Hutch's side now lost a little bit of time here as Karjan is just a room behind. We're seeing kind of a trade back of execution. Karjan making quick work of these land though. Hutch is going to have to keep on their game if they want to keep this slight lead. Having a little trouble in Wizrobe 2 there. Didn't get the clean kill.
That pointing out that Karjan does have half magic and Hutch does not. So maybe Hutch trying to conserve a little bit of the magic there. We only have 2 bottles and I didn't see anybody stop for a fairy. And Karjan used one in Turtle Rock, so I'm assuming Hutch probably has one in one of the bottles they picked. Yep, right there as we see in one of the bottles they picked up. So, we have a little problem with the torch lighting.
Yeah, I think they kind of got hung up on the one corner there and then fell.
You bought one in safety room. Okay. Thank you, chat. Yeah. I swear I'm paying attention.
Yeah, Karjan catching up here. Hutch having to reset the room actually gave Karjan the lead.
Wow.
Just like that, our runners swap places. Karjan taking the lead with good execution here. Hutch having a little bit of trouble on the cleanup here in Torch Room.
This want to break it to them later.
This is why we tell mentees, and Karjan finding silvers in well. Definitely a good find. What you want to find here. And Hutch feeling behind may even skip that. Karjan with a big advantage with that half magic. Now silvers. But it looks like Hutch is going to find him here anyways.
Oh, good job. It's still close.
These chests on the climb, if you don't have silvers and you're feeling behind, I feel like it's worthwhile to check it, looking for that advantage. Both runners probably feeling the heat now as we hit the 2-hour mark.
I know personally as a mentee, if I hit the 2-hour mark, I can't say how I'm feeling, but definitely not well and probably need a change of pants.
Yeah, Karjan taking a fall on Troll Dorm here. Puts them almost side by side as Hutch finishes up just a couple seconds behind.
This is going to be a photo finish, isn't it?
Yeah, we are skipping validation chests. We've got our silvers. We don't need to check anything else. Karjan trying to set up for the dash, but getting bumped. Both runners struggling a little bit here. This room can be difficult. We are neck and neck, side by side.
Not to mention Aga 2 execution is also very important as well.
Yeah, this is going to be where your lineups are important. You want to get at least one hit on every cycle. Trying to go for the doubles, trying to go for the triples.
Oh, yeah, when you hit a double triple, today was a good day. Sorry, I make obscure references. Oh, we have Karjan finishing first over there.
We got to finish on Karjan's side. Hutch, I believe, on one more hit. Looking for that last hit on Aga. Getting bullied in the corner.
Oh!
No, still needs another hit. One of their doubles may not have counted.
Oh, and getting... Oh, man, you hate to see it.
You can see the nerves, definitely.
You can.
Trying to get the finish. Gets it in. Now, we already have Karjan dropping into the Ganon fight, pulling ahead a little bit. This is where you need to keep your execution tight.
And we have Cape too, which could save a lot of magic on both sides.
Yeah, but Karjan with that half magic gonna have that advantage, not having to worry about their magic bar, being able to utilize that cape without having to limit it. All right, so we're about 30 seconds difference between the two runners. It's anybody's game here. The fight isn't over till you cross the bridge and get the Triforce.
I'll be honest, this has been nothing shy of an amazing race. I mean, just back and forth with these two. It's been anybody's seat the entire time, down to the cannon fight. You love to see it. This is what you want to see.
Ooh, Hutch on one heart. Gotta be careful not to use that fairy.
Oh yeah.
Gonna utilize
that magic.
Gotta watch your magic though. We're gonna need to at least light that torch a couple times. All right, we got a couple hits in on Karjan's side. Almost getting hit by the bats there. Gotta be careful on your timing.
To answer chat's question, what potions do they have left? I think somewhere between Diddly and Squat. I don't think they have anything left. I think Hutch has a fairy, and that's about it.
Well, here we go. Hutch entering final phase. Karjan with the sword in the air. Get your GGs ready for a Karjan. GGs, and Hutch not far behind.
Not far behind at all. Only a couple, maybe what, 30 seconds?
You gotta light the torch one more time. Yeah, good job dodging that bat there, Hutch. Better to play it safe with that one heart. Don't want to have to get that fairy.
For those of you that don't know, when you do get hit by the bat, just stand still. It will counter throw you if you try to move in any direction. So just stand still and let it hit you. Oh, we have a finish on Hutch's side.
Yeah, another GG's. Get them in there for Hutch as well. Less than a minute between our runners. We're going to see if we can get them in here for a quick interview.
I hope we can. I would love to talk to them. I've just been told we were getting both of them in here. So just bear with us, chat.
Yeah, what a
Thank you, chat. Whatever direction you are holding when you hit the bat, when you're hit by the bat, it'll throw you in the opposite direction. There we go.
Yep, and you can let go of inputs in order to not get knocked away.
Hutch, all right, Karjan, GG's.
Thanks.
GG's to our runners. Congrats, Karjan. A close finish, guys. A close finish indeed.
I have one question for them first before we get into it. How close of a finish do you think it was, or do you know?
Oh, I know. I think it was what, a minute?
Less,
13?
Actually. Less than a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 50-ish seconds.
Oh, wow.
44 seconds.
44 seconds. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good run.
It really was on both sides.
Had I found Ether, oh my god.
Did you last location Ether too?
Yep.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of divergence otherwise, though. You both kind of came together here at the end. We had an early Skull Woods dip, I believe, on Karjan's side, but we had Hutch getting to the hammer earlier, getting forced into the pod area, having skipped Skull Woods. So I want to go to Karjan first. How do you feel about the seed? What are your thoughts?
Oh boy, that was lots of looping around because I missed the hammer until really late in the seed. So my Dark World access was the mitts after Aga.
Yeah, and
the
we
mitts
saw
that you're referring to is to point out, Hutch, that were the ones in Skull Woods that you didn't get until a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But you still navigated through and managed to catch right up, just in a different way, to Karjan. What were your thoughts when you finally found those mitts there in Skull Woods going they were right there.
Yeah. Well, I had plans on doing that. I was trying to clear out some of the quick checks, and then it's like, well, all right, I found Fire Rod. Let's go ahead and do Skull Woods. So went up there and found the mitts, and it's like, oh my god, I could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
But still, you played well without it.
Me with the hammer in the first check of pod.
Yeah. that, that, yeah, that was quite a surprise. I mean, I dipped into pod thinking, well, we'll see what we can get, because I was running out of checks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on your side, you got kind of forced into a few different directions,
Yeah.
whereas Karjan was kind of a little more open.
So did you grab the silvers on the climb?
Both of you did, actually.
Oh, we did. I wasn't going to grab it,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I was low on hearts. I'm like, I need a.
When you go back and watch the VOD, Hutch, you'll see that you were actually ahead up to a point in the Ganon's Tower climb, and then
Yep.
Karjan ended up passing you.
Yeah, that
It
Agapai.
was it
That
just everything was just
uh,
well played. I mean, it was just a great seed, a great race to watch between the two of you.
yeah, that was a fun run. I enjoyed that one.
yeah, it was a good seed.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Any thoughts or
a
comments you
quote.
guys want to make?
No, we'll just
Mm,
wait for the next one.
Any advice that you want to give to any of the other mentees like myself that are out there?
Don't be nervous. Just have fun with it.
yeah,
Yeah, at
pretty
the end of
much.
the day, it's just a game. So,
Yeah.
but
It is.
it's a lot of fun to watch races like this that are so close. We are here on the edge of our seats the whole time, and you guys really. There was a couple low heart fight finishes on bosses, and just overall exciting
Oh yeah.
run here this evening
Oh, I had one
so,
heart on Moth and one heart on
so
Ganon. So
yeah. How many people did I give a heart attack with Vidi?
with your
Hey,
half heart remaining.
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna have to
uh,
watch that.
and in Turtle Rock when you were getting the fairy there, yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
half a heart and then the thing popped up from under you. I saw it and I just was like, oh, but I didn't get it out in time.
Yeah, definitely. I would go back and watch this seed and really
Definitely, that's a
see
great one.
the differences in routes and how you guys kind of came together at the end here.
Okay.
I think in the end, execution won out. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Carson had you just slightly. But I will say, just from being your mentor last week and seeing you this week, I can tell you put the practice in,
Yep.
and I think you're gonna do well. And Karjan just had that slightly better execution on some of the fights and really just got a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, and
And
yeah, I
wise,
had a really rough Turtle Rock Trinex fight. Oh my god, that thing was not playing nice.
yeah. Chat was complaining about the messy floors.
Yeah,
Uh,
very messy.
all right. Well, does anybody have any final thoughts? Anything they would like to add?
Nope. Again, congratulations on the win. So good luck next week.
Hoss,
Yep.
yourself as a mentee, what did you think of this seed?
That you just can't throw in the towel until it's truly over, no
Yeah.
matter what. I mean, look at this 44-second difference, 2 hours and 4 minutes, 2 hours and 5 minutes, simply between the two of you. I mean, that just one item. If you're still looking for it, chances are your opponent is too.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for hanging out for this exciting race. And if you want to see more Go Mode podcast mentor tournament action, you can find it right here. Check out the Discord for the racer schedule and keep an eye on the exciting week as we come up to the end of our open week 2 here. And look at what's going on, coming up in the rest of the tournament. We've had some really close matches, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of them. And I want to thank everybody for being here and the entire crew. We got Squishy Panda doing the restream. Awesome job. Fernap, as always, hitting the tracking buttons like a pro. Haas, It was a pleasure. And myself, I'm a Scats
It was a
man.
pleasure to all mine, Scats.
And guys, do we have any more races tonight? Good question in chat. Let's check our mentor schedule here.
I believe there was an 8:31, but I don't believe we have
Yeah.
anything on Restream.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
believe
think
this is the last restream for tonight. Yes, we have
There
some
are plenty over the weekend.
okay.
All
You
right,
guys have a
guys.
good night. I'm going to drop off.
Good
Yep.
night.
Good
Good
night.
luck and have fun.
Thanks.